Successful market validation requires a very beautiful product. And of course, if you're an entrepreneur or a businessman out there, you know that if you need to succeed in doing business, you need to produce the right product for the right audience and at the right time. My name is Emeka and this is the Internet Business Show, a show that teaches you, educates you, and guides you through the necessary decisions you need to take when you are doing business. And of course, as the show runs, I am not alone in the studio. I have brought with me today a guest who has successfully designed big products for very influential brands. We're talking about Access Bank, Digital Abundance, Ayota, and of course, Beat Mama, and a lot of them. Currently the team lead at Ayota Design Agency and has successfully earned himself 7 figures every other year doing design. We are going to be bringing to your screens very soon Adewale Adedamola. After this short break, we'll be with you shortly. You're welcome back to Daba TV. This is still Internet Business Show if you are just joining us, and I am Emeka Eze. Before we went for the short break, I talked about Adewale Adedamola, the product designer who is currently doing 8 figures every year, I meant to say, and have successfully produced beautiful products for different brands who are actually very influential across Africa. Today in the studio, he is going to talk to us about the importance of design and how effective good product design is for every business today. Damola, you're welcome to the program. It's nice to have you.
Thank you very much.
Are you looking good?
Thank you.
This guy with a smile. Okay, tell us something. Tell us about Damola. Tell us something about Damola. More.
Okay. Good day, everyone. My name is Adewale Adedamola, and my friends call me Moski. So basically, what I do is product design. So product design has to do with a lot of stages. Whereby the first stage is to ideate. So sometimes I'm into design research, design strategy, and things like that. Okay, so that's basically what I do. I also engage in UI and UX design. So yeah.
That's beautiful. You just humbly skipped the part where you actually make 8 figures annually doing designs. All right, so let's look at it from this angle. There are a whole lot of career to pick from, but you have chosen design. Why have you chosen design for a career?
Okay, so I think for someone like me, or personally, I think I've been a designer for a long time. I'm talking about my primary school days. My early ages, I usually draw, and I had my PC then. So I was very introduced to computer and the likes, and then I think my SS3 time, I think my final time in my final year in secondary school.
Secondary school.
Yeah. So my first training was on desktop publishing and design, basically. So that was where I started, and of course, the design is just something I actually love doing. I love designing those days, even ID cards, cartoons.
Okay, so we can say design for you was not just a decision that popped out of it's been a passion over time.
Yeah.
Start from you sketching and all. That's an idea.
Exactly, yeah.
That's an idea. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Now, talking about design, you mentioned a lot of things. You mentioned design having its own niches when you were introducing yourself. So can you give us a breakdown on the different kind of design niches that we have? And which particular one are you seated upon?
Okay, so we have a lot of niches. So we have the UI UX, which is very, very popular these days. We have graphic design also.
I'd really like to have you
Okay,
not like explain, like you have to go up a little bit higher with the audio so that I can really yes.
All right, so we have UI UX.
Yes. Okay.
So UI UX is user interface and user experience design.
Oh, all right.
So they basically design website, anything that has to do with digital interactions. Okay, websites, mobile applications, wristwatch applications, and the likes.
Okay.
Okay, and then we have graphic design. Okay, so graphic design is just putting information out there, flyers, and content design and the likes.
Okay.
And then we have publication designs, environmental designs, those who design on the wall,
Yeah.
signs and the likes. Then we have
But
packaging
you talk about
designs
those who
also.
design on the wall.
Yeah,
Something like graffiti.
artistic, yeah.
That's like
Exactly,
graffiti and the rest
and
of
the
them.
likes.
Okay. Portraits.
Yeah,
It's,
exactly.
it's okay. Fine.
So we have motion graphics. We have we have an illustrators.
Oh, okay.
We have a lot of them. You just have to like pick the one that
All right. So
makes sense for
I
you.
like the part where you mentioned illustrators. You know, my idea of illustration would be more like cartoons or things like that. That's how
Yeah.
I think it to
Yeah.
be. So, do we have digital illustrations and the, should I call it analog or manual
Yeah,
illustrations?
of course we have the two. There are some that they draw with their biros and their or pencil
Yeah.
or whatever it is. Okay, so those ones are probably analog, right?
Yes,
And
analog.
then we have digital, that they have digital sketchbooks.
And they can now
that they
give
can
it
give
life.
Exactly.
Makes a
on
lot of
Photoshop
sense.
and so many other drawing software.
So, which area is Damola focusing on of all the niches we just talked about?
Actually, it has been some sort of growth for me.
Okay.
I started officially as a graphic designer, I think 2016, my year 3 in school. That was
Okay.
the first time I, touched Photoshop those days.
Okay.
Okay, so from there I went into brand design. So I was designing like visual identity, brand identity for companies, and then
For
from there-
companies. So, you shot
Yeah.
from doing graphics design to already working with companies.
Yeah,
Were you still a student then?
yeah, I was a student.
How are you able to combine University of Ilorin, am I correct?
Yeah.
How are you able to combine school, University of Ilorin, a federal school, and learning graphics and still partnering with companies as a student at the same time?
I guess those days I just had to like do what I love most likely.
Okay.
I studied agriculture.
No
me, like-
relationship.
Yeah.
Sorry. Now this is interesting. Damola here studied agriculture, making 8 figures annually with design, and even did that while he was a student, still studying agric, and you were still in the learning phase because
Yeah.
you said for you it was like a journey, was like a story all
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
You're still going to tell us that story. Finish off with this.
All right, so so from designing for brands like identity, the logos and the likes, I went into content design, publication
Okay.
design, magazines and the likes. So from there, I grew gradually into UI UX. I think the first time I got contact with UI UX, I was just like, it was even a client that introduced me to it.
Sorry, I would like to cut you here, Damola. You might need to come up a little bit. You know, designers don't really talk much. They just work with their skills. So I need to like project with the audio so that we can really hear you clearly.
Okay, so I said I went into UI UX. I started UI UX basically because I think my client kind of like asked me that, oh, if you're this good with design, I've seen you do flyers, I've seen you do
Okay.
logos. Have you heard of UI UX? UI UX was like NFT of these days.
These days, yeah, I can relate.
So I said I don't know what it is, and he told me, oh, if you can learn it, right? I can onboard you as a staff. Then I'll stay in school, but it doesn't mind because I've seen probably the creativity is there, but I feel like I should explore more.
Okay.
niche. I think that very day, because of the salary attraction that it proposed.
Are we talking about that moment when you worked with an international brand?
No, it's not an international.
This
it's
is
actually
still a
Nigerian.
local. Okay,
Yeah.
fine, makes sense.
So after that, I think I went on YouTube and I searched on UI UX, and that's how I started.
Okay.
I designed immediately at that point, and yeah, that's how my UI UX journey started. And recently, especially this year, I've actually gone into product design. Product
Okay.
design is a combination of graphics, branding, marketing, sales, UI UX itself. You understand? So product design has to do with, okay, how do we start a project or a product, and how do we push it out there? Understand? It's a combination of a lot of arms. Okay, and it takes a lot of experience of whether you're a UX designer. Sometimes it used to be like a team, but somebody heads
The entire team.
Exactly.
And so that is when we can rightfully say, right now you are heading the IOTA digital agency.
Yeah.
So you're more like heading the entire team.
Yes, sir.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, Damola, so you started with the story of your design journey. We want you to like finish off with it. This question is, I'm going to read this verbatim to you. Tell us the story of how you have grown to become the lead product manager for one of the lead cryptocurrency agencies or companies in Africa right now. I'm reading out to you because I need you to get the audience to feel that story.
Okay.
How did you work your way into that space, that position?
Okay, so I think the first thing I did those days was, after I've learned design, it took a while. I made sure I learned to the point that yes, I think I'm ready for the market.
Great.
So one of the things I usually advise designers to do is that, well, because you have learned doesn't entirely mean you might be ready.
Okay.
Okay, there are so many things that you need to probably know, and I used to refer them as the basics. Okay, so yeah, I think I was ready enough. I had this checklist of the things that I must
You
learn.
needed to know.
Yeah, so I think I usually tick them off, and at the end of the day, when I finally did that, what I did next was to put myself out there. So
Okay.
what some designers usually do, or what they don't do, is that they don't market it. They don't talk about the fact that they are now designers.
They don't put themselves out there.
Exactly. So I do designs for people, right? People come to me and tell me, hey Damola, can you make flyers for my next book that I want to launch, or my business, or a webinar that I want to host, and I want people to come. And yeah, I realize that they pay for this, but I have this skill. So why is it that I'm not doing? If it's worth paying for that kind of service.
So you had to personally monetize it.
Exactly.
I have a question for you. How many years did it take you from when you officially started to when you decided that I am ready? I want to go official. I want to monetize my skill. Like, how many years did it take?
Okay, it didn't take years actually. It was about 6 months, 5 months.
Thank you. This is so intentional, the question. 6 months, 5 months. I intentionally use the word years. All you need to do is get committed, give yourself the time, the effort that is needed to push for whatever it is you want to learn. And in a period of months, Damola had ticked all the boxes for himself for the things he needed to learn and had gone official monetizing his skill. Thank you, Damola, for opening our eyes up onto this. Now, you talked about getting to that point where you started selling out yourself. How did the story turn out with your first encounter to a brand that that you want to monetize with?
Okay, so I think during those days, right, what works actually is referral, the best way. Just put out your excellent work out there. Even if it's not excellent, right? Some people still trust the fact that they see this potential.
Yeah.
And some people, they do designs that we know that more training and the likes, this person is going to be very brilliant. So I had first contact. I think my first contact was with Emmanuel Lonshola.
Okay.
CEO of Shop Now in those days.
Okay.
On Facebook. So he saw me, contacted me, messaged me, I replied, and then we started. He told me to make brand identity for the whole company then.
Okay.
And I did it on my own. It was a lot of work, right? I made a lot of mistakes and like. So we did the launch in Lagos. I came from school.
Okay.
Sorry.
All this while you're still a student.
I was still a student.
Studying agric and okay, go ahead.
All right. So so we did the launch, and at that point in time, where everybody were like exchanging contact, networking, I met Chris Annie.
Okay.
So we exchanged contact, and I think like 2 weeks or 1 week after, they told me you have a job for me and the likes, and that was where I got engaged with Chris. And Chris introduced me to a lot of people, like Nathaniel News, Beats Mama and the likes. Okay, and that was where I had so many gigs. I was just working with any money through, and yeah. So that was how I started, and before you know it, I had to build my own agency out of it and start making.
Adedamola runs an agency now.
Yeah.
How long did it take you from when you monetized, from when you said, I am ready to, it's a story, we're following the stage. So how long did it take you from when you now monetize to that point where you are now ready to build an agency that flies and satisfies other brands and their needs?
Okay. So it took me about 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Quite some time.
I made sure that I've learned enough.
Okay.
So learning enough doesn't mean my skill actually. I'm talking about how they do it in the business world.
Yeah.
How they make money. The kind of effort they put into marketing.
Yeah.
How they gather the best team, not the best team, at least the most important team or the most important people to run your business for you or run your business with. And I think the first time I did it was just a very, very small group of people. Just gathered, like me and my friends, about 2 of them, and then we were like 3. And that was how we started pushing out Iota. And then by God's grace, it became a brand that everybody like were able to reckon with. Of course, a lot of content out there, a lot of branding and the like. So
Great work, Damola. So the thing here is, a lot of designers are out there, but the truth is they do not understand the business side of design or product design or whatever it is. This goes beyond design. Whatever it is you're doing is a talent, is a skill you have. You also need to understand the business side of it, because I mean that is why we breathe. Yeah. We breathe to stay alive, and to stay alive now you have to be making some money. Yeah. Business is one of those ways you can make yourself money. So understand the business side of whatever talent you have. So this question is personal to me, because I mean I want to go into this business. So how lucrative is the art of design, and how much money can one possibly make doing this?
Okay, it depends on
the niche.
Not the niche.
Okay.
I will never agree to the fact that it's the niche.
Okay.
Although we've seen a lot of transition by graphic designers and getting into product design or UI UX, because they feel like there's money in it. But I think that is a myth. It's not true. I feel that it's just important for you to be able to sell yourself. So it's outside design. It's about marketing. It's about being able to sell. Okay, and if you know how to sell yourself, you know how to brand yourself. If you're also good, your work speaks very, very well. It will attract good value of money. Okay, you become more valuable, and then you're not more cheap, right? So if you want to start, right? Is that not the question?
Yes.
You want to get into the business.
Yes.
Okay, so the first step is to, of course, you're interested. You're not being pressured or something like that. You are very, very much interested. And when you're interested, the next thing is to learn.
Good.
Okay. For example, I sell a course on Daba.school. If you want to get my course, www.daba.school. I sell 2 courses actually. I facilitated 2 of them, Design and Earn and UI UX course, Mastery. So the Design and Earn is graphic design.
Okay.
Right? Taught about how to make brand identity, flyers and the likes,
yeah.
Right? Content creation, content design, and the likes, right? Photoshop and some of it. And then the UI UX is about how to make usable products, digital products. So I thought about how to use Figma, Whimsical, Notion, so many of it like that, right? So just go to www.daba.school, just scroll through the courses, and then you can buy any of my course, and then you have access to me, to my community. Also, I have a lot of designers I'm breeding. Not just the fact that you learn, okay, I will make sure that I'm available for you. We usually host like live classes once in a while, I think on Sundays or so.
That's on a weekly basis.
Yeah, so we do projects also, and some of it like that.
That makes a lot of sense. Aside visiting www.daba.school, you can also download the app on the Google Play Store or the Apple Store, and all you need to do is click on the red button in the middle that says courses, and there you see the list of all the courses on Daba.school, and of course you're going to see Damola's courses there too. I mean, follow the process to get the course, and this is what Damola is promising you. Aside from getting the knowledge in the course, you are exposed to a community that guides you up until you succeed in a career designing. Of course, someone who's making 8 figures annually, creating products and branding businesses and doing designs is something that you should actually give a thought if this is what you have thought of doing at any point in time. So, Damola, I would ask this question moving on. This is more like a summary of everything we've talked about. What is the potential, possible earnings? You're doing 8 figures now. If a guy comes and is doing well designing, and he's doing well, he's okay, he's good to go. Yeah. What can you confidently say he's possibly going to earn designing? Let's look at it per month.
Okay, so per month, I've seen our friends.
Or should we say per gig?
Yeah,
per gig. Let's say per gig.
There are 2 types of designers. So I'm talking about interest-based. Some want to work with companies, and some they want to work with
just like more like consultants,
exactly,
just for themselves
and the likes. So on a freelance base, if a product designer or you're a UI UX designer, you should be seeing around 250k per gig.
Oh wow!
Yeah, or to 2 million.
No, I'm shocked. 250, 2 million.
Yeah.
Per month. That million is per month.
Not per month, per gig.
Per gig.
So if you have 5 of it in a month.
Do you have a PA? Don't mind me. So 250,000 naira to 2 million naira per gig.
Yeah.
Well, that is really nice. Okay, you heard that straight from the horse's mouth. You want to do design, you're capable of taking up that task on yourself, and you have passion for it. Of course, Damola started with passion. You are actually looking at possibly earning up to 2 million naira per gig. And of course, how do you do that? Do not forget www.daba.school, and you find Damola's courses, or you get the app on the Google Play Store and Apple Store. That's where you are going to get it. We're going to take a short break now, and when we come back, we're going to check the other side of Damola with some quick games. That will be just 5 questions, and let's see how Damola is going to respond to that.
A lot of people are seeing the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot skyrocketing, and they're asking, how do I make money from this cryptocurrency space? Well, if you want to make money in crypto, I have 2 answers for you. Number 1, get the knowledge. Number 2, join a progressive and updated community. With these tools, you will be able to get all the updates and know how to profit from the cryptocurrency market. From the month of July, August 2020, in my community, we began to talk about projects like Polkadot, KSM, and down the lane, even till October, we began to talk about Pulse. In short, I called Pulse when the price was just 0.26. In short, that was the first time I started buying Pulse. We started buying dots from the $4 to $5 region. In the month of February, at the date of doing this video, the price of Pulse has gone to $5. The price of Polkadot dot itself has gone to almost $30. And that's how the cryptocurrency market has been giving us money for those who are in our trading group. My name is Chris Annie. I'm the founder of Daba.school. In short, the numerous calls and the signals we've given in my community has made people to buy cars, landed properties, some have built houses. People who had almost nothing coming in and doing something amazing in the past 1 year. And that's the reason why I'm also doing this video. In short, in the cryptocurrency industry in Africa, people call me Oracle of Omaha, because what Warren Buffett does for stock traders is what I also do for traders and investors who want to make money and grow wealth in this market. How will you become a part of this signal room? Very simple. All you just have to do is go to www.daba.school, or you download the Daba app on Play Store or iOS and get this course, Trade and Make Money course. Sure, it's a course by me. I've been teaching cryptocurrency since 2016. I bought my first Bitcoin at $600. I bought my first Ethereum at $10 till the $30 level. And I can show you how to make wealth in this cryptocurrency market. What are you waiting for? Click the link below, get the Trade and Make Money course, and it gives you instant access to my private signal room. You want community updates? You want regular up-to-date industry news, industry activity. In short, when Bitcoin was still around the $30,000 level, I updated in my group that with what is going on based on fundamentals analysis, on-chain analysis, and technical analysis, the price of Bitcoin is going to 50 to 53,000 level. And people are like, what? And today, we can all see where the price of Bitcoin has gone. You want to be part of this industry? Click the link below and let's make money together. Chrisani right here, Daba.school, all you need for financial freedom and wealth creation.
You're welcome back from that short break. If you're just joining us, this is the Internet Business Show. My name is Emeka, and with me in the studio is Adewale Adedamola, the product designer and the lead of the IOTA Design Agency. Also, he's doing wonderfully well with Digital Abundance Holdings Limited and has actually worked with a lot of influential brands across design, marketing, and branding. We've had a series of chit-chats, questions with Adedamola, and this is very interesting. We've come to that part where we ease up a little bit and ask Damola a couple of questions. Right, so Damola, this is what I would like to put to you, very quick one. Let's start. You're going to give me that polar questions, or more like quick answer questions. I'll do this quick 3 first before I give you the 2 that might need a little bit of explanations. So let's go with this. Fame or impact?
Impact.
Impact. Okay. Number 2, money or love? You have seen money. You have seen money. Money or love?
Can I have the 2?
No, you must take one.
Can I have the 2? Right now, money.
Money. Okay. Okay. I hope you're not breaking someone's heart though. And so the 3rd one, family or community?
Family.
Family. Family always for me too. Okay, so let me give you these 2 technical questions. I will save the best for the last. Let's start with this. What is the best digital product you have ever come across? As a designer with your experience, what is the best digital product you've ever come across? Just give us the name.
Actually, Notion.
Notion.
Yeah.
I see. I know what you do with Notion. Okay, great. So a professional brand designer, product designer, a brand, you can be referred to as a brand strategist too, is that correct?
Yeah.
And he is also a graphics designer telling us about his best product ever being Notion. That's great, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And so look at this one. What would you add to the mobile phone as a product, a digital product, if you have an opportunity to modify the design? What would you add to it? You're not removing. You're going to add something to the mobile phone. What would it be you add to the mobile phone?
Mobile phone or an app or a product?
Mobile phone, this phone itself. If you're going to add something to this phone, or one other thing the phone should be doing, it could be an app, it could be anything. What would you add to it?
I would want my phone to be able to withdraw directly from the ATM without ATM card.
Money will come out from here, or you will connect the
you can
phone.
just take your phone and just like withdraw.
You see how product designers think? I haven't even thought about that. Let me tell. I was actually thinking like the African that I am. I would want my phone to have an AC. Think about that. When I saw this question, it came to my AC now. I mean, so that anywhere I did, yeah, that's it. Thank you, Damola, for coming on the Internet Business Show today. It was really nice having you. Our audience have definitely enjoyed being with Damola. And this is Daba TV. You can feel free to like, subscribe, and share the information you're getting on Daba TV. This is the Internet Business Show, and do not forget, if you want to get access to our courses online, www.daba.school, and of course visit the Google Play Store to download the app to get access to to all our courses if you want them. And of course, until we see you next time on the Internet Business Show, my name is Emeka Eze, and this is Daba.